Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Area 51. Yeah, that would be nice. No, it's
Yes.
it might as well be by this time, I think, to episode 51 of A Song of Tara. God Almighty, we're not even 30 seconds into this, and I'm already fucking up.
That's all right.
That's all right. Well, let's hope it's not symptomatic for the night. Um, Let us get a brief recap of last week's mood, Chris.
Yes, of course. Well, yes, as you pointed out, last time on A Song at Tyre was the mood. It was also our 50th episode, so a big milestone for us. And we joined a sept in fear and apprehension with the loss of our esteemed Sept Alpha, Cat Markson, caught in the throes of a duty-induced coma, I suppose is the best way I can put it.
Oh, yeah.
She's so for someone who's great at strategizing, she really didn't think this thing through, did she? But the point is that yes, we all gathered together. Joe, Snickering Sneaker was amazingly took over as temporary alpha again, despite his complete desire to never be in a position like that in his entire life. There he is, and there was much talk about what had happened and what was to be done. The Sept was relieved and confused to see our fated pack back because they had all supposed to be dead, and it was explained over time that no, in fact, we weren't dead. We'd merely faked it so that we could attack Michael Blackwell and defeat him, and it had gone spectacularly well for the most part. We all sort of explained things. We bragged about our accomplishments over the last sort of story arc as characters, and both Taryn and Mardi unveiled some talk about what could be done to help with defeating the oncoming foes coming towards us by healing the entirety of the Liffey, allowing it to reunite Dublin, defeat the enemies, and make that entire area of Ireland completely invincible. But we didn't go into too much detail at this point. All we knew was that we needed to make some preparations for the upcoming battles because we needed every available every fighter we could get. More on that to come in a minute. So yes, we all bragged. Taliesin did another of his superb recitals, if I do say so myself.
And you do, and you do.
Just yes, I think judging by the reactions I usually get, I'm allowed to be just a bit smug about this one. But
Just a
there you
little,
go,
yes.
just a little tiny bit. And then it really uplifted the mood in the Sept, where before it was full, it was fearful and a bit downtrodden due to the situation. Now everyone was fired up and thinking, yes, there might actually be a way we can do this. We can honour our Sept Alpha, even if she does or doesn't come back. We can do this and we can win. It was a really good feeling. There was plenty of talk and banter going around in the chaos of Taryn and Fenna deciding, for no good reason, to have a massive fight in the middle of the cairn. Tally was the one to go over and find out that the pack had all been promoted again. This time to the esteemed rank of, I believe it's Adran is rank 3.
Adrian, yes.
Adran, which is very good for us because it means not only do we now get access to level 3 gifts, should we be able to find them and get them off of the spirits that hold them, we now all have a juicy +1 bonus to frenzy rolls.
Yes,
So it's a little harder to frenzy now.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, what's going to be happening this session is that Mardi has a plan, a secret and powerful plan, to help us in our goal of the pack's goal of being the one to heal the Liffey, while all the rest of the Sept and anyone else we can get to join us will take on the invaders. And that's the other thing, is that yes, all of us are going to go about the various other supernatural nasties and not so nasties of Dublin, including some of our nominal allies in the likes of the Fae and the Mages, and even the likes of things like the Bastet and the Unquiet Dead, and say, look, bad shit is coming. We could probably, even if you don't want to help us, it would probably do good to help yourselves by fighting these things. So yeah, we've got those two. Those two things are probably going to take up the lion's share of the session, doing the planning and talking to
Yes.
other supernaturals.
Endured.
Dirt.
Hmm.
Right, well, that is pretty much where we pick it up.
I wonder if Marty's plan requires we have a banana and a few magazines.
I have a cunning plan, Mr. B.
I cannot figure out what you would do with the banana and the magazines.
Well, the guy who usually had that weird kind of plans usually knew what to do with them.
I'm not that guy.
You're not Egan?
Clearly not.
Right. Well,
Egon.
I suppose that
Yeah.
I suppose that Liam will have gathered the others at some point, since there was mention of a plan last session.
Yes, there was.
And then he looks at Marty expectantly.
Marty looks at Liam.
So, Marty,
Yes?
you have a plan.
Oh, yes. I do.
Let's hear it.
I have been thinking about it since we talked at Moot. And I think if we split up, so I think Eric said he would go to the mages,
Mm-hmm.
and who else can we go to?
We have quite a few.
Because I will need Tarin with me, but you should go to find allies and then meet us later at Delifi.
We have the Fae. We have a direct connection with Aura there. We have the Bastet. We know
I
the
can handle that.
cats. Who else do we have? We have the Unquiet Dead.
Okay, so Taliesin says he is good with the Bastet, yes?
Yeah.
And Liam is fine, but he has not met Ovra, was it?
Yeah.
So maybe has Finna met him?
Yeah,
Yes.
Senna and him are on good terms.
Yeah, but I lost his number.
I have it here.
Okay, so you go to him, and Liam, you go ghost hunting.
Okay, so I like the plan. It's a good plan. It makes sense, and I think we should do it. Only question is though, as someone who's never been in Dublin before, where do I find the ghosts?
Wolftone Square is a good place to start.
Yeah.
Just don't get dragged underground.
I'll try not to.
If you see the girl, go talk with her.
Yeah.
It does sound unpleasant.
It was-
Try to call for Darky Kelly.
Darky Kelly. Okay.
Maybe
Maybe have someone along who has met her before.
maybe have someone along who is female to go along. The last time we tried speaking her, she insisted that no one with a penis went anywhere near her.
So
She is the de facto leader of the ghosts. At least she's the one who resembles a leader among
Maybe
them.
if she is not busy, you can bring Francesca.
Yeah, so that sounds like a good idea.
And Tarin, we will go and meet one of my friends.
One of your friends, you say? Interesting.
Yes, I think you will like.
So just out of game, because my memory sucks balls. What exactly are we hoping for these allies to accomplish? What are they going to help us with?
yeah, that's
Yes.
what I was going to ask.
Is-
The allies are for helping to defend Dublin from the invasion and to help unite Dublin to stand strong together,
Okay.
basically.
Okay. So that's what I thought was the plan. And okay, so the invaders are Blackwell's Septs and Gina Masterson and her, whoever she can.
Bring along.
Yeah, whoever she brings
that
along.
is his set. Incidentally, those are.
Oh, okay. So that's it.
No,
She's
and then,
probably his beta.
yeah, and then there's Clan McAlpin. He called Clan McAlpin.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Halpin,
Okay.
who may or may not go for Tara, but we'll see. But then let's face it, if they're worm servants, they may have more than just Black Spiral Dancers. We could expect Banes and Scrags and
Yeah.
Formori. And
So basically, we need help from both the Umbra and the other way because they're probably bringing Banes too.
plus, of course,
So anything that can help kill stuff that is not completely human would be a good thing.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise
Which is
me.
why we're going to talk to my friend.
Yeah, I imagined that the two Thurges would go talk with spirity stuff.
Yeah, spirit speech is nice to have when you speak with the speeches.
Yes.
With all the
Speeches.
The
speeches.
spirit with the speeches. Yes.
All the spirits with the speeches.
that is kind of cool, admittedly.
Okay.
Then, when you have talked to them, we should meet at Leafy to clean her. My plan is also for that, mostly for that, actually.
You're quite the schemer, aren't you, Marty?
No, schema is bad, yes?
Yeah, I suppose. You're quite the planner then.
Yes!
Yes, all kinds of enthusiastic. I like that.
All right. Well, sure. Let's do that. That sounds like a good plan.
Okay,
Good thinking, Marty.
yes. I hope my thinking is even gooder when we have talked to them all.
Yes. Gooder, indeed. Right. Well,
Sorry.
I'll go talk to Francesca then. And Liam gets up if he's sitting down and goes to find Francesca. Basically, it's his alpha way of saying, let's get to it.
Yeah,
Defenders deploy!
of course.
Oh, dear.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Well,
So-
Terry gets up and waits for Marty.
Yes, and Marty gets up, and then we are going to meet with my old friend Spider.
Yes.
Oh, right, you wanted to be her friend, that's true.
Yes, the great big spider lady living right next door to St. Stephen's Green.
Exactly.
Actually, in a twisted, sadistic way, quite like that spider, if only because it was so softly spoken.
Oh yes.
But it should be at least amicable. I mean, you did feed it a whole cow spirit, so that should.
Yes.
And I think it was Fenna who found it a mate.
That too.
Yes. Oh dear. It's probably eaten that as well, but then.
That is tradition.
Yes, but now there should be lots of little ones around, so that will be interesting.
That will be helpful if I succeed.
Well, let's go see if we can succeed then.
All right. So we shall start off with.
Echo.
Yes, that was a bit of an echo. Anyway, we shall start off with you two heading to talk to the spider. And
Who is having a storm?
yeah, it sounds there's a massive amount of feedback there. Okay, that took care of it. Thank you.
Apparently, I can't switch my microphone off anymore. Apparently,
Okay.
I'll just keep quiet.
Yeah, sure.
Odd. Yes, so we go to find the spider, and I suppose stop right outside the cave. I remember it being a boutique she had converted to a cave or something.
It was a mall.
It's in the mall. There's basically it's taken up residence in one of the clothing shops. It's a J.C. Penney's in real life, which is basically their British version of H&M. So it's a fairly large area of the mall. But yeah. But when you enter the mall, it is absolutely covered in spiders' webs. The whole thing is just completely covered in it.
Oh, Marty looks happy.
lots of...
And takes great care to not disturb the webs.
Yes, well, it is a little hard not to, because they are that close together and that numerous, but there are little itty-bitty creepy crawlies everywhere.
I actually think Taryn looks closer at some of them.
Mm-hmm.
What kind are they? She is really good with biology.
Yeah, some kind of spider.
Hmm.
I think they represent spiders
Yes.
in all of Dublin, kind of in
Indeed.
general.
Absolutely.
Is
So-
there an actual mall in the real world at the same spot?
One more time, sorry?
Is there an actual mall in the real world?
Yes, there is.
The same spot.
If you look at the photo on the where you are right now, right? You can see the photo of St. Stephen's Green, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Down here, this is. I'm just gonna shift ping you. That's the entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and right across from there, over here, that's the building in question.
Taryn looks at them and then smiles. I have a feeling this place has a spider infestation in the real world too.
Yes, but it's not infestation if they live here.
Nope.
Hello? Friend?
Yeah.
Hello?
Are you back with more food? I have many mouths to feed now.
Yes, I see. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I have not food, but I can bring some.
That would be good.
Can we talk first?
Certainly.
I am sorry I have not been back sooner, but I have been out hunting my foes, killing them.
That is a good reason not to come to visit.
Still, I am sorry.
All is forgiven.
I have come actually to ask for your help.
I guessed. Few people come to visit only for social reasons.
Yeah, that is also why I'm sorry. I should probably visit in between asking favors.
If you wish, I would like the company. What
I think
can
I would too.
What can I help you with?
On Kit Kat. Sorry.
We have, I think you probably have ears and eyes all over the city, but
That is very, accurate. Yes, I do.
then perhaps you already know that we are going to be attacked.
No, I did not know we were about to be attacked, but I will probably know before any of you when it happens.
Yes, I think the right way to say this is I have two favors to ask, but only one is the most important.
Well, let me hear it.
The most important one first then.
Yes.
We are going to help Leafy to clean her all the way.
You are ambitious.
Yes, but it is needed to be ambitious now, so we can bring back our leader.
Well, I am certainly interested.
Yes, I think so. I think we will need a web or a net to clean the Leafy, to drag through the waters and filter out all the taint.
You are a clever puppy.
Yes, I heard so too.
I think I can help you with that. But you do realize, of course, everything Even for such a good cause, everything does come at a price.
Yes.
Good, good. Then my price is this. When the fight begins, I want to be involved.
I think we would be happy to have a powerful ally.
Well, maybe you can, I don't know, lure a few of your enemies into my web. I think it would be good practice for all my many, many children, wouldn't you agree?
I think so. And that is actually favor too. I was thinking, since you are everywhere, and the enemy will have Bane spirits attacking, perhaps you could set up a few nets.
Oh, yes, yes, certainly. I shall make sure to do so.
I was thinking for Dilifi to ask some Lune if they would lend you some moonlight for your web.
That would be a pleasure to weave. If you can manage that, I shall do so with no further requests. Then just make sure a few of your enemies are pulled into my mall, and I will teach my children how to spin beautiful webs and how to feed.
I shall be happy to. I think it will make a good trap.
I think it will. I like you, Wolf. You think in delightfully spidery ways.
Well, I suppose we are both animals,
We are.
even if some people tend to forget.
Yes. Well, people tend to forget that they too are animals.
Yes, but I will tell the Sept to remember that in this battle, Spider was our ally.
I should like that. I haven't actually visited. And it's right around or right across the street, and I haven't actually visited there in, many years.
Does Raven not like you?
It's a mutual dislike, really. Ravens eat spiders.
And I suppose very big spiders could eat ravens.
Yes, very big spiders might eat ravens indeed. It's we are not on the best of terms. Still, I suppose we could be polite.
There is no reason my friend cannot be friend with Raven, I think.
Good point. Excellent point. Well then, if you manage to get the loons to lend me some moonlight, I shall weave a web the likes of which there has never been in Dublin before. I promise you that.
Then I will go talk to them.
Best of luck.
I think I will also bring back a snack.
Please do.
And then he smiles at Taryn. It's daytime right now, is it night?
It's early evening.
Oh, that's good. Then he asked, actually, the spider, can we get to the roof somehow?
Oh yes, absolutely. It chitters something to its to all its children and says, "Just follow them."
Okay, come Taryn.
Does Taryn actually follow?
I think
Yes.
she does, but her cat is very noisy.
Oh, right.
Just don't give it attention when it's noisy, because if you do, you will teach it to be noisy. If I know anything about cats, but I've never had cats, so what do I know?
All right. So you head up towards the roof, and indeed, little arrows made up of small spiderlings form in front of you, so you can follow the directions.
totally cartoon, like manner. I love it.
It's like the spider mail you found for her. They made little imagery for
Oh,
you.
right, they did. Well, they go to the roof because that seems like a good place to. And Marty looks to Taran and says, I don't actually know how to summon a specific spirit, but maybe if we try together. I think.
Well,
Call? Or you have.
I don't like to summon either. You're usually the ones who's good with rituals.
Yes, I should have asked Francesca.
Great.
Yes, but she's asleep.
No, she's with her alpha.
Well, I think if one wolf howls at moon, it is not unusual. But maybe if we howl together, we can attract.
Calling howl?
Hmm?
A calling howl.
Yes.
Hmm.
And he reverts to breed form because
Yes, better howling.
I think actually he wasn't already in breed form because you don't need to speak to speech spirit speech, do you?
Nope.
No.
Then he's already in wolf form.
Good, good.
Taran goes into Lucas too.
Yes. And you begin to try to get the attention of a loon.
Yes,
Yeah.
No.
It'll take some time.
I imagined.
So you get to howl your throats slightly sore there for a while, and we shall proceed to the next one. And I think we will go to Fenna.
Okie doke.
You got a phone number.
Yes. So I guess I will be calling Aura.
And Aura picks up the phone.
Hi, Aura, it's Fenna.
Hey, it's been ages. Months.
Yeah, I've been dead for 4 months.
What?
Not literally.
Oh, thank you. Please don't scare me like that. God.
Oh no, I've been dead for 4 months. I came back as a I've been a leech for all that time. You know?
Very funny. Very, very ha ha. Can you hear me laugh?
Yes, it sounds goody.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? What can
You need a better actor.
Can we meet up somewhere?
Yeah, sure. Got anywhere in mind?
Well, my place.
Sure.
Okay, sure. He gives you an address.
Okay.
It's not that far.
But I've got serious business to talk.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'll behave. I'll be nice.
Sure you will.
Well,
I'll be nice too.
Unless you don't want me to be.
Deep down, she wants him to be naughty.
I'll see you there.
I don't think
She
it's
hangs
all
up.
that deep down.
But she's trying to be serious.
Yes. Well, sure. All right, you head off to find the apartment he lives in, or?
Yep.
Yeah, sure. It's about 6 or 7 minutes, so right around the corner, more or less. And he does let you in,
Good.
and it's actually it's a nice flat. It's got it's got good quality furniture. It's not he's not obviously he's not a rich person or anything of the sort, but it's a nice home. It's comfortable. And he is in fact fully dressed when he opens the door. Just
That's a good thing.
And but he does look incredibly happy to see you.
Well, he gets a hug.
Oh wow, you get hugged back. Maybe a little bit longer than what you would normally do. But
That's okay.
Yes. That's okay. Yes, he well, he lets you get in, would you like anything to drink, anything to eat, coffee, tea, me?
Tea is fine.
He only looked mildly dejected.
See
But
me?
he does.
See, sounds fine. Oh,
He does go and find. He does go and get you.
So, I've been out of time for 4 months. How's Dublin been? How have you been?
It's a little strange. It's been a long winter, to put it mildly. The Queen has been unusually bitchy all winter long.
Okay.
But at least it's starting to turn around, so that's good at least. Nobody does much. Nobody talks much about the guru at court these days.
That might be about to change.
Oh,
Well, Dublin is probably about to face a Black Spiral Dancer invasion.
oh, you guys don't do things halfway, do you?
It's not our fault the Black Spiral Dancers are dicks.
No, nope, not at all. But what I mean is, it's not, it's not like you have a Black Spiral Dancer knocking on the door or a Black Spiral Dancer pub crawl. You go all the way in with an invasion.
Well, we kind of killed an alpha there, and I'm like, no, not just an alpha, ACID leader. So,
Oh.
revenge.
Yeah, I guess they're gonna be, if you'll pardon the pun, but they're gonna be baying for your blood.
Yes, they also happen to be the guys behind Jocelyn's death.
All right.
And we would like all the allies we can get to.
That yes, definitely.
Yeah. Out
All
of
right.
character, what was it? Did we have expect 2 sets or
a
just
what?
one?
Out of character.
Were we expecting 2 sets or just one to invade?
2.
Well, it is the McAlpins, the ones
Yeah.
who were behind Jocelyn's death,
Yes.
and then it's the Sept outside London, so it is actually 2.
Yeah.
But we're not sure if McAlpins is an entire Sept or just the clan, as in his part of the family.
Yeah. Okay.
So we just know it's 2 groups.
Yeah. I'm sorry to bring such dire news after, just being gone for so long.
No, don't apologize. He says it's. I think, quite frankly, I think you would probably find people would be a lot less forgiving if it just happened and nobody had told us.
You don't see.
Yeah, I think that might have been seen as being a bad neighbor.
Like not mentioning starting a war and them kids.
It's a secret war.
Shut up.
However, he says, I've already told you before, and I'm standing by that I will be there, and I will fight with you guys, and I will support you if you want me there. But obviously, I'm not exactly speaking for the rest of the. I'm not exactly speaking for the rest of the of the Cuthane.
No, but we were hoping you would be a sort of spokesperson for us that might be
Gladly.
better received by fellow Cuthane than by any of us.
Yeah, well.
Don't you think the Queen would rather see a Cuthane in her course than a smelly furry mud?
Yes, that. Well, you see, the whole smelly, furry thing. Well, I'm not smelly, but furry certainly. And she doesn't, that's the thing. She thinks I'm. Yes, she would probably still prefer that the news came from me than it came from one of you. That being said, I'm on good terms with Miela. I should be able to get her to help me.
That's good. So, what about the cream? Did you come on too hard on her or something?
Yeah, something like that. I can't help it. She's gorgeous.
She is.
Ooh.
It's not really fair.
It's really not. I mean, they're all like that. I mean, even the ugliest she I've ever seen knocks most other people out of the park. They're all gorgeous. It's ugh. Anyway, I am certain that I am able to help with this in some way or other. I'll definitely. I mean, he takes a look at the clock up on the wall and he says, "Well, some of them might be in an hour, but probably not for 2 hours." And it's about 20 minutes walk from here to the Bleeding Horse, which means I've got anywhere between an hour and 40 minutes and 2 hours before I need to leave. He says and smiles and looks at you. Are you doing anything for the next 2 hours?
You?
Bennett looks a little thoughtful. I don't think so.
Oh dear.
Is this the time where we need to fade to black?
Yes.
Well, she got late.
I think the correct answer would have been you.
Yep. Look on the bright side.
I'm sorry, I didn't think of that.
Look on the bright side.
I kept it tasteful.
Yes. At least this is
That's
one.
strange.
At least this is... Sorry, what? One more time.
Sorry,
Chris.
Chris.
So which one? Yes. At least this is one supernatural union that the Guru Nation might approve of.
Well, they are actually wondering if Francesca is partly Fae.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I wonder if that was him as well. If that was Orva as well.
Daddy, I'm home.
All right, guys. We are fading to black on the next 2 hours of events.
Okay, I already see the children. When they turn Guru, they don't howl, they go bah!
Oh, be quiet. Right. Moving hastily onwards.
Please. Now, stop
Yes.
it.
Talias and the Bastet.
Oh, thank you.
It sounds like a boy's own adventure, doesn't it?
Gee, oh, don't even start. This is going to turn out. This is going to be so Huckleberry Finn. It's going to hurt.
All right, let's hear it.
I assume there's.
Please, go on.
I assume there's a Lewis system that will allow me to get down there relatively quickly because Tally, for all
Yes,
his
in fact.
many skills, cannot drive yet.
Yes, in fact, there is. That is one of the two Lewis lines runs straight through Stillorgan. So, yeah.
Excellent. So yes, I get to. God, what was it? Rajat Panja Limited headquarters.
Yes.
Is it looking particularly busy this time?
Well, it's evening, so actually it looks particularly closed when you get there.
Okay. Really closed? Like, completely inaccessible closed?
As in, no lights are on. And
Right.
the front door is locked.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like there are alarms.
Okay. Did we get a phone number from from Isha when we visited him back in session 23? God, it feels like a long time ago.
Yes,
It is a long
Why
time
do
ago.
you remember the specific session?
Because I was watching it earlier this week, so I could try. I was going to watch it to see if I could find out some stuff we talked about, and I found out basically what the deal was between us, that they help us a bit with the vampires, and then we leave them the fuck alone. That was pretty much all we agreed on.
Yeah.
But well,
But
I'm banking on.
did.
If I can't get in there, maybe if I wander around until Jutta it just appears randomly and with her speed demon abilities.
Yes, that I think would qualify. Actually, it's not Chata who appears randomly. It's this. It's more this low growl up from the roof that gets your attention.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look up there, you are looking straight up into the face of a apparently not terribly pleased mountain lion.
Right. Okay, which one is that then? Tally does what he did the first time round. What?
Mhm.
It's Joseph.
Is it? I don't know.
It's Joseph.
Right.
He's not
Okay.
very happy usually.
Well, no, because
He doesn't like us, but I like him because his name is Joseph and he's a mountain lion.
once again, like the first time this happened, Taliesin puts his hands in the air and says evenly, "I'm not here to cause fuss. I'm not here to impinge upon Bastet territory. I come with a message and a plea. I wish to speak to the Khan."
The mountain lion stands up and continues to stand up until he's in Krynos, which obviously is a fairly it's a very muscular being, but nowhere as heavily muscled as a Guru Krynos. However, it's clearly, or he is clearly, made of rubber bands, as in, try to hit that guy in this form. Just, please try. I dare you. And he he looks down. He folds his arms across his massive broad chest and growls in fairly broken English. He says. This is our turf, Wolf.
And I respect it, but I would... You're not easy to get in contact with, though. You do realize that.
We are here every day. We have noted, with pleasure and some surprise, that you have not bothered us, until now at least.
It pleases me to know that the agreement has been maintained, then, in spite of our absence.
You have been absent. I didn't even know. See, that's how much it has been honored. I'd begrudgingly give you that.
I would not walk upon your turf unless it were important.
So, what makes it so important?
There is great evil coming to Dublin. They are primarily our enemies, but I do not think they will be particularly respectful of anyone else's territory should they succeed in trying to wipe us wolves out.
The spirals.
And their allies, I'm sure.
Well, in that case, he says, and you can kind of tell that he's not particularly happy about it, but he says, in that case, our goals may align once more.
That is good to hear.
We are looking for someone, as we were when we originally met. We still have not found her. And now we believe we know why.
so? Is it someone we would know?
I doubt it. It is one of our kind. An entire breed of the Bastet has been taken. Every last one.
A very serious matter.
We hoped to find our friend here in Dublin from which she came, and we hoped in vain. She has not been found. Those who took her tribe, if you would, to use your language, well, they are also the ones who dance the spiral. If we cannot have our friend back, if she has indeed been lost to the great destroyer, then at the very least we will have revenge. Come with me. I will bring you to Isha.
Thank you.
And he does. He hops off the roof, lands, changes into Homid, and shrugs his shoulders a little bit just to loosen up a little.
Mm-hmm.
And he gestures for you to follow him. He's not driving or anything of the sort. He's walking, so presumably it's within reach. And it does take you about half an hour or so on foot, but you get to a pretty fancy, very recently built apartment complex. But this isn't just standard A1 flats. These are top class places. It's a gated community, so there are there is a gate. There are cameras in place and so on and so forth. And he walks up to the gate, punches in a code. Shares a few very quiet words with whoever is on the other end, and you are let in. And he takes you inside and to the main building, where he says, well, Isha owns every apartment in this building's top 2 floors. So this is where we live, all of us.
It is quite impressive.
I suppose it is, he says, and then actually smiles crookedly. I am not particularly good with living indoors, but I'm getting used to it.
Wish I could get used to it. I feel like such a mongrel. I used to live with my mother.
He raises an eyebrow and looks at you and says, how old are you?
17. I'll be 18 in, well, just over a week, actually.
And you somehow think it is a problem for you to still live with your mother.
We live in the age of great expectations, I suppose.
No, Charles Dickens did.
Very funny, yes, I suppose. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean, he says. And does his level best to still look grumpy.
Yeah, Tally living up to his "everybody likes you" moniker, even Joseph. Oh dear.
Anyway,
don't talk to me. Stop smiling.
Pretty much. He takes you inside. He takes you to up the stairs, up to top floor. There is obviously a lift in there. There is an elevator, but he does not want to use it because soft living and stuff.
Yes.
So he
Well,
walks. Yes, he walks to the top floor, and there he knocks on the door to one of the apartments. Not surprisingly, the one at the end of the hallway.
Because the Khan is self-important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, well, he's got... There's some justification for that, I think.
Yes.
And then a moment later you hear the buzz and the door opens and you can walk in. And the first thing that happens when you walk through the door, of course, is that Joseph shouts to whoever is in there. He says, Isha, I have brought one of the wolves who's looking for you. And a moment later, Isha Khan in person appears at the in the doorway and at the end of the hall that you are stepping into, and he nods politely, smiles, and says, "This is an unexpected pleasure."
Tally, for his part, actually holds his hand out to shake hands.
And it is taken, and the handshake is indeed returned.
Delightful. It's certainly a pleasure to see you again, sir.
I am pleased to hear you say so. How
Indeed.
may I help?
Well, I've told... I'm sorry, Joseph, is it?
Yes, Joseph.
I explained to Joseph. There are black spiral dancers and the like coming to Dublin very soon and in great numbers. We, in the Septons and Stephen's Green, aim to fight them off. They will not be expecting us. They think that we're unaware of their coming. But we don't expect them to take chances. Me and the rest of my pack, who you've met and a few you haven't met, have all been sent out across Dublin to speak to any one of our associates and our acquaintances to see if we can inspire you to, if not exactly help us, but certainly to unite to face this foe. After all, I imagine that they will be a bit less respectful of your territory than we have been so far.
Undoubtedly, he says, although I must simply say I find it humorous, to say the least, to have the Guru. However, now this is not personal, he says, because you and your pack have been honorable and you have lived up to your part of every thing that we agreed upon. I have no issue with any of you, but it is nonetheless slightly humorous to hear any representative of the Guru nation stand in my hallway and, very respectfully may I add, ask for help. I find this to be not entirely unpleasant.
From what I understand at the Bastet, honor is very important to you. So to hear that you say that I have behaved and my pack have behaved with honor towards you means a lot. As for the amusement of the irony of the situation, I do understand, of course. We have historically been quite appalling to you. But
yes. Then again, historically, your kind has been appalling. Well, you personally have not. And
yes.
I am of the understanding and belief that, well, sin can only be inherited through so many generations before it gets slightly frayed around the edges. Would you not agree?
I do.
It has to be renewed, which,
Yeah.
sadly and alarmingly, the Guru have had a tendency to do very frequently over the years. But again, you are not they.
No. And if I may, our current Sept, and indeed our Sept Alpha, Kat Markuson, has been at the forefront of revolutionizing how the Guru act, how we intend to operate. And if that means mending old wounds, seeking allies from other places across the city to unite against something greater and to have even a chance, as we are learning we do have a chance, to make Dublin impregnable against the forces of the worm, then we'll take it. Gladly.
Well, we fight the same enemy at the end of the day. After all, I see no reason why we should not assist you. If for no other reason than to further, shall we say, cement this good faith between our kinds here in Dublin. And once this has been done, we, after all, will have made ourselves safer as well. And in the end, I'm sure we will go back to your kind taking care of your business and my kind taking care of mine. And as he says that, Joseph turns around and looks at his boss, as it is after all, and he says, I mentioned Kaelin to him. Well, not by name before now, but I mentioned the situation with Kaelin. And Isha takes a moment to think, and then he nods and says, well, considering who is coming, I suppose that makes sense, he says. Yes, we have lost a friend to forces of the worm. Many friends, for that matter, but one in particular in this case. So, yes, we have reason to help you, personal reason if nothing else, and so we shall. Where do you want us and when?
Out of character, yes, I didn't actually ask about that, did I? In character, Tally says, we're expecting the first attacks to come into Dublin by tomorrow.
Not much of a warning there.
No, but that's because of us. Me and my pack played dead for 4 months, and at the end of it we went to London and chopped off their Sept Alpha's head, so they're a bit pissed.
Well, yes, I suppose. Well, in that case, well done.
Thank you. As for where, well, they didn't specifically tell me that, but I imagine that it would be fine for you to look after Sanderford, as it is your territory, to make sure that they don't try and flank us in the southward direction. And, well, we have other allies in different parts of the city holding their ground. We'll be the ones to focus the fighting as best we can around us. And
certainly, however, he says just one thing, and he smiles a little crookedly. He says, remember, we have a friend who has been lost to these creatures, as I mentioned.
Of course, my apologies.
Believe me, we have no intention of sitting back and doing very little of anything while these monsters fight you. No, please do not take offense when I say this, but your kind has stolen enough of the glory.
Very true. Well, in that case, all I can say until I get on the phone to my acting Sept Alpha, our current Alpha is sadly out of the picture for now, is they're coming for us. So I imagine being near us, if you can stomach it, would give you a good chance at taking the fight straight to them.
I'm sure we can stomach that for short periods of time. Don't you agree, Joseph? Joseph makes a face. And nods and says, "I'm sure I will manage."
If nothing else, then yes, St. Stephen's Green and areas around the Liffey. As I
Yes.
said, we aim to improve the state of Dublin against the enemy. To do that, my pack and I plan to cleanse the Liffey, the whole bally lot of it.
He looks for a moment like he doesn't actually believe a word you're saying. And then
to that, as I see him raise an eyebrow, Tally raises his arms to his sides and says, "What would I gain now by lying to you?"
Nothing whatsoever, but please understand why that is a tall claim to make. And then Joseph, of all people, says, "Well, if nothing else, that is in Caelan's spirit. If anything, she would understand the value of such a rib." And Isha's face gets very sad. He looks distinctly sorrowful for a moment. And then he nods and says, "Yes. Yes, it will be that way then. You will have our claws. We will find the enemy, and we will do what damage we can to him. And
we will be.
And, young man, for the record, I do appreciate that you took the time to come here to inform us of this in person. It does mean something."
Glad you think so, sir. Certainly means a lot to me that you accepted our plea.
Well, I suppose we have a lot of work to do, so I do have one thing, he says, and takes out a small, it looks like a cigarette etui from the inside his jacket.
Yep.
And then he pulls out, instead of a cigarette, he pulls out a business card. And this one actually has his telephone number on it.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "That is my private number. I should consider it a kindness if you did not spread it around."
I will do my utmost to prevent it from reaching unworthy or undesired eyes.
Thank you. But at least now, if you do find out something, by all means, let me know. If nothing else, send me a text, and I will make sure that Jata goes to check it in a hurry. She has, let's face it, she can outrun the wind.
Indeed. And yes, as soon as anything happens, anything at all that you need to be informed of, and you'll probably need to be informed of an awful lot, you'll be informed as soon as possible.
Thank you. He nods and offers a hand to shake again, and then...
Yep. Shaken?
Yep. And that's just about it.
Yep.
Alright. We move on, but not until we've had our first break. So... okay, I'm going to stop the recording.